Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Teacher Francis Omai, a teacher of mathematics and chemistry. Now, in this video, we are looking at the second part, that is part 2 of surds. In the last one, I was looking at how to simplify surds. And in this video, I just want us to see how we can rationalize surds. How do we rationalize surds? Now, if an example of surd now is given root 3, let's say plus 2 root 5 over root 5 minus root 3. How do we rationalize this one? In other words, we're supposed to write this one without the denominator, because when it has the denominator, we don't have a way to divide surds that has a denominator, but we can rationalize and write it as 1. Now, to solve it out, we first identify something called the conjugate. And what is conjugate? We start by looking at the conjugate of that number. Now, the conjugate, we normally look at the denominator here. And with the denominator, we just look at the conjugate of that one. And the conjugate is negative of what is given. In our case, we've been given that the denominator is 5 root 5 minus root 3. Its conjugate is gonna be 5 plus 3. Now, in other words, this one was negative and the conjugate will be positive. Therefore, we'll do it as root 3 plus 2 root 5 over 5 minus root 5 minus root 3. Now we multiply. We normally say multiply both sides by conjugate. We multiply both sides by the conjugate, and both sides we mean the numerator and the denominator. Now that means we are going to multiply by 5 plus 3, root 5 plus root 3, and even at the denominator is just going to be root 5 plus root 3. Now, by so doing, we will have, we can start with the numerator. We have root 3 plus 2 root 5. We multiply by root 5 plus root 3. Now we just use the method that we normally use to solve any equation, whereby we use this one to open the whole bracket, then this one to open the whole bracket. That means we'll have root 3 in bracket root 5 plus root 3 plus this sign plus 2 root 5 in bracket root 5 plus root 3. In other words, we use the first bracket to open the second bracket. That is the method of expansion. Now, rules for multiplication of surds. Surd, we multiply the numbers inside the root by the numbers inside the root. And if we have numbers outside the root, we multiply by the numbers outside the root. And in that case, it means we have root 3 times root 5, which is root 15, plus this times this one is root 9, plus this times this one is 2. We don't have another number here. And then the root numbers inside the root to be multiplied, we have root 25. And finally, we have this times this, we have 2 root 15. Now, the first step, we look at whether we have numbers that we can get their roots directly, and for this case and this case we can find the root. Therefore we will have root 15 plus the root of 9 is 3 plus 2, the root of 25 is 5, and then plus 2 root 15. Taking the right terms together, we have this multiplied by this is 10. Therefore you have root 15 plus 13. 10 plus 3 is 13, and then plus 2 root 15. Now checking at the right terms, we normally look at the numbers inside the root. If they are the same, then it means they are like terms. Therefore for the numerator we will have 13 plus this one is root 15, this one is root 15, this one is 1, this one are 2, so it is 1 plus 2, which is 3 root 15. Having done that, we can now go to the denominator. We work them one by one. Denominator, and in the denominator we had root 5 minus root 3, this one here, and our conjugate we said is 5 plus root 3. Having done that, we can use that method that we've used in the numerator to find to rationalize, and that means we will have root 5 in bracket root 5 plus root 3, and then minus root 3 in bracket root 5 plus root 3. In other words, we've just said that we normally use the first bracket to open the second bracket, the method of expansion. If we multiply this one, the number inside by the root are multiplied by numbers inside the roots, and we have root 25 plus root 15 minus root 15. This one multiplied by this one. This negative sign here must take action inside the bracket, and therefore we have minus root 9. For that case, up here we will have this one plus root 15 minus root 15. It means this and this, we're done with them. Therefore we'll have root 25 minus root 9, and that means root 25 is 5, root 9 is 3, and therefore in the denominator we have 2. Now writing the same the answer now, we just take the numerator and the denominator, and that means we have 13 plus 3 root 15 over 2, and we can simplify that so that we don't have a denominator. You can leave the answer as this one, but you can also simplify it as dividing all through by 2. Therefore we'll have 13 over 2 plus 3 over 2 root 15, and that is the answer to our problem. That is how we rationalize the surds. In other words, conjugating. You can do this one as an exercise of today to see whether you've understood the concept here. Let's say you can have a number like 2 root 3 plus 3 divided by root 5 plus root 7. You can try this one out and leave your answer as rationalized form. Thank you. Remember to subscribe and share widely. Teacher Francis Omai, God bless you.